Hello, I Walk in Eternity here, and today I'm reviewing Doctor Who, The Curse of the Black Spot. Now, just to start off, as always, this review will contain quite a few spoilers, so if you haven't seen the episode, go watch it. You can download it on iTunes and many other places online. So watch it and then come back and enjoy this review. Now, when I first heard there were going to be pirates in this episode, I really wasn't all that excited about it. And then I heard Stephen Thompson was going to be writing it, and really I haven't had much exposure to his writing, really only the Sherlock episode he wrote. So I didn't really know what to expect, and I went into this episode with really low expectations. And maybe that was a good thing, because I found myself actually enjoying it. And don't get me wrong, this episode does have its problems, and it's certainly not going to go down as a classic Doctor Who episode that you have to rewatch over and over again. But I think it was a very good idea, after the plot-heavy opening two-parter, to have a standalone episode that's kind of a fun romp. Now, as for the plot, the TARDIS brings the Dr. Amy and Rory to a pirate ship in the 17th century, which is under the command of Captain Avery. Now, Captain Avery and his crew have been stuck out in open waters for a while, and they are being stalked by a mythological creature known as the Siren. Now, anyone that gets cut and starts bleeding, they are marked for death with a black spot on their hand. And then the Siren will come to kill them. So, things I liked about this episode. I liked Amy in it. At the beginning, when the Doctor was about to walk the plank, I liked when they threw her in the hold. I thought it was cool that, she just grabbed a sword, dressed up like a pirate, and, started fighting them. And I thought it was kind of believable that she could hold her own against pirates, because they were all afraid of getting cut. I liked the relationship between Captain Avery and his son. Although we didn't get to see that much, it led to a nice resolution at the end. I liked the relationship between the Captain and the Doctor. It was cool to see his reaction to the TARDIS, and him, kind of finding out how to steer it, saying like a ship's a ship. Which paid off at the end of the episode. Let's see, I liked the Siren. I thought it was done fairly well. I think it was played by Lily Cole, and she just looked. She has kind of a nice, I guess, kind of exotic look to her. So she worked out really well for the Siren. And it just worked out making her fairly creepy. I liked the resolution at the end, where it turned out the twist that the Siren was actually a doctor on this ship that was kind of inhabiting the same plane, well, the same place that the pirate ship was in, just a different plane. So I thought that was neat. They haven't really... I don't think they've really kind of gone into different planes of existence in Doctor Who that much before. So that was neat. And I really liked the end where the pirates were able to get the spaceship, and that was their new ship. And I thought that was filmed fairly well, with Captain Avery in the captain's chair, and then he had his son as his first mate. And then you had the rest of the pirate crew come onto the bridge. So that was filmed very well. As for things that I didn't like about the episode, Rory didn't have that much to do, again, other than become a victim to the Siren. And, that's bound to happen when you have more than one companion. Some episodes... one has to kind of lay by the wayside for the other to come up to the front. Also, I thought that while the plots, came together fairly well, I liked the theories that the Doctor was throwing out there, and he kept having to come up with new ones because he kept being wrong. I like that they didn't know everything. But the thing about Rory, at the end, it's like, oh no, Rory's gonna die again. The last series, you guys killed him off twice. So, as a fan, we're really not too concerned about him dying at this point. But still, that did lead to kind of a nice dramatic moment between Amy and Rory, with Amy saving his life. So that was nice. There were some plot holes in this, and I thought that the way that the pacing was, which on paper it sounds good with the pirate crew one by one keeps getting killed by the siren, and we still don't know what's going on, and you really think that this would build up the tension, but it really, for me at least, it really didn't. Because, I guess I'm just used to Doctor Who right now. It's like, oh, they're going to find a way out of it. There's no big deal. Because, when, I guess the final straw was when they knocked Rory into the ocean, and the Doctor was saying that he's going to drown. The only way we can save him is a siren now. It's just like, okay, well, they're not going to kill him, obviously, so everything's going to work out. It just really lacked tension, but I don't know, maybe at this point, for a Doctor Who fan, you can't really expect too much tension in an episode. And I guess it is hard to write a Doctor Who script to have that tension, because at the end of the day, it's all going to turn out all right. Let's see. And the biggest plot hole for me in this was that everyone that got taken by the siren wound up in stasis. So when it took the Doctor, Amy, and the Captain, they just wound up on the bridge of the ship and not in stasis, which didn't make sense. So that's a pretty big plot hole. And as far as the siren being the Doctor, that mostly made sense. They could have explained it a bit more, but it worked out for the episode. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna really have to be strict on this because of the plot holes and how it really didn't have a lot of tension in it. So I'm gonna have to give this one a 2.5 out of 5. Don't get me wrong, still a fun episode. I enjoyed it, but there are plot issues, and there's really not a whole lot of rewatch factor in this episode. So that's what really did it for me. I can almost justify a 3, but I'm gonna have to go with 2.5 out of 5. Now for a bit of speculation. We saw the lady with the eye patch again in this episode, and still no explanation on that. I've heard some people's theories on this. Some people are thinking that this could all be a dream that Amy's having. This entire series is a dream that she's having, and I think that that's entirely possible. But my theory is that Amy is actually in like kind of like a holodeck type room, and whoever has her, this lady with the eye patch, is kind of going through her memories. So Amy is reliving her memories, her adventures with the Doctor this series, and the lady with the eye patch is trying to find something in Amy's mind. Although this theory does have its holes, because I don't think it would really work out with her remembering all of what happened in The Impossible Astronaut and Day of the Moon because of the silence and her forgetting some of the things. So that might not work out there, but that's my theory for now on her. Also, let's see, with her pregnancy, again, at the end of this episode, we saw the doctor trying to scan her, and it kept going from positive, negative. And either the scan is still in progress, which, for the doctor's technology, you'd think it wouldn't take that long. So that's most likely not it. I'm thinking that the baby is in some kind of temporal flux. Maybe the baby was conceived in the year that never was. Like last series, of course, never really happened right now because they rebooted everything. So maybe that's what it is, and because Amy is traveling the TARDIS a lot, she's pregnant, but not really. But I don't know. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but that might explain, the kid, if it does turn out to be Amy's, possibly being a time lady or something. I don't know. So that's my theory on it. So yeah, guys, tune in next time when I review Neil Gaiman's episode of Doctor Who, The Doctor's Wife. Till next time.